Chapter 99, Vast Universe Gong. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. Huang Yanshan had a powerful cultivation, which was much stronger than warriors at the Black Realm's completion. As Duanmuk Singling's ability was on par with hers, she was definitely not weak. Duanmuk Singling had also opened up a special sacred mark, Ice Cold. When she unleashed her genuine chi, it became extremely cold, and snowflakes danced in the air. Other warriors who opened up the sacred mark of Ice Cold wouldn't be as powerful, even if they were at the Black Realm's completion. Only a great master like Duanmuk Singling was able to condense snowflakes within a 30 feet radius. Once her chi was unleashed, Duanmuk Singling was just at the Black Realm's completion, and could only condense snowflakes within a 30 feet radius. If she cultivated the Earth Realm, she would be able to condense snowflakes within a 100 feet radius when she unleashed her genuine chi. If she cultivated the Heaven Realm, she'd be able to condense snowflakes within a 1000 feet radius. When she'd fight against others, there would be snowflakes all over the sky for hundreds of miles. That's the making of a true martial arts myth. Zhang Yuochen nodded and said, "They are worthy of being profound division warriors and are so powerful. I guess they've reached the sword following the mind intermediate stage. Maybe they're close to the sword following the mind advanced stage." Only warriors who have reached the sword following the mind intermediate stage had a chance to go to the Martial Markets Coliseum and become a profound division warrior. Singling, if you stop me again, I'll not be polite to you. Huang Yanshan attacked more and more quickly. Because her genuine chi was rich in wind nature, her speed advantage was gradually displayed. Duanmuk Singling said, "Sister Chen, you should calm down. If you kill him on a spur of the moment, the Martial Markets School will punish you heavily. Why would you destroy yourself along with him? And even if you don't do that, the rogue won't live a month." "What do you mean?" Huang Yanjun asked curiously. She pulled back her sword and stopped attacking. Duanmuk Singling also withdrew her sword and smiled. "He is going to get a final battle with Feng Xilin on the life and death platform. It will take place in 20 days. How could it be? Feng Xilin has cultivated to the Black Realm's final state. In Western Campus, he isn't a top master, but he is a strong middle-class warrior. Zhang Yuochen might defeat him with another 2 years of practice, but he'll die if he fights against him now." Duanmuk Singling nodded and said, "That's right. So you needn't kill him by yourself. In 20 days, he'll be killed by Feng Xilin." Huang Yanshan still didn't believe Zhang Yuochen would be that stupid. She gazed at him coldly and asked, "Are you going to fight against Feng Xilin on the life and death platform?" "That's right." Zhang Yuochen responded indifferently. He didn't think it was a big deal. Swish. Huang Yanshan took back her blue sword, stared at Zhang Yuochen as if he was dead, and said, "In that case, I'll let you live more 20 days. Then Huang Yanshan walked towards the gate of yellow number 1 and was going to leave. Suddenly she stopped and turned to Zhang Yuochen. "In 20 days, if you can defeat Feng Xilin on the life and death platform, I will spare your life. If you lose and Feng Xilin lets you live, I will kill you myself." After that, Huang Yanshan stepped forward with a wisp of genuine chi appearing on her feet. Each of her steps was a meter long and only her shadow could be seen. Seeing Huang Yanshan leave, Duanmuk Singling took a deep breath and asked, "Zhang Yuochen, you have 20 days. Are you sure you can defeat Feng Xilin?" Zhang Yuochen didn't reply, stared at Duanmuk Singling seriously and nodded. "Senior sister, what's the rank of your ice-cold sacred mark?" "Class 6. Duanmuk Singling became proud of herself and hugged herself. "I opened up my ice-cold sacred mark at age of 2. The earlier warriors open up the sacred mark, the earlier they were able to practice." Zhang Yuochen nodded. "No wonder you reached the Black Realm's completion at 13 years old. You're very talented." "How could it be? I'm 18. Duanmuk Singling cast a contemptuous glance at Zhang Yuochen, blinked and said, "What an incredible warrior he was that he could reach the Black Realm's completion at 13. Even the first genius of Oman Ridge, Zhang Tangai, didn't reach it until 15. In order to prove her age, Duanmuk Singling lifted her chest slightly to show her rounded breasts. One had to admit, Duanmuk Singling's breasts were bigger than Huang Yanshan's. They were well developed. 18? Zhang Yuochen was a little shocked. Except for her breasts, The rest of her body didn't give away her age. Juan Singling said, "The exercises I practice were special. When I achieved the first level, my body will stay the same as at that time. I succeeded the first level at 13. So I look like I'm still 13 years old. I can't gain the look of 18 years of age unless I clear my genuine chi." Zhang Yuochen immediately understood. All of a sudden, he seemed to be thinking of something. "It reminded me of the vast universe Gong, a moon worship demonic sect exercise. It's similar to your exercise." "You know vast universe Gong?" Juan Singling exclaimed with a little shock. As she realized she was being rude, she asked, "Is there this kind of exercises in the moon worship demonic sect? How have I never heard of it?" Zhang Yuochen said, "Vast Universe Gong is a top moon worship demonic sect exercise. Only high-status warriors have the right to practice it. Of course, outsiders don't know it." "Why do you know it? Are you an undercover agent from the moon worship demonic sect to the martial market school?" Juan Singling asked tentatively. "I just heard of it." Zhang Yuochen had seen many practical skills including Vast Universe Gong. Of course, Vast Universe Gong's last chapter was kept in the moon worship demonic sect's headquarters, so Zhang Yuochen hasn't seen it. Not wanting to reveal the secrets of his past life, Zhang Yuochen changed the subject and asked, "Why did you get so surprised when you heard Vast Universe Gong?" "Really?" "No." Juan Singling shook her head rapidly and said, "I was just frightened by the moon worship demonic sect. In the Kunlun's field, they are taboo. We'd better not talk about it or we'll be regarded as moon worship demonic sect followers." Zhang Yuochen didn't want to continue this topic anymore and said, "Senior sister, I'm practicing a palm technique and I have encountered some obstacles. Would you like to try it with me? I want to find out the palm technique's weakness from actual combat." "Not a problem." There was a faint fragrance on her body which spread to the center of the courtyard. She stood upright and crooked her finger to beckon him. "Come on, attack me with your palm technique." "Senior sister, you should be careful." Zhang Yuochen stood 3 meters away from Juan Singling. He stepped forward and moved his hands with all his bones and muscle taut. Zhang Yuochen pushed off his foot and rushed in. Juan Singling was a little astonished. In just 10 days, he has made great progress. 10 days ago, his speed was only 38 meters per second. And now it's 40 meters per second. The Black Realm's medium state warriors move at just 40 meters per second. Dragon shape and elephant shadow. His arms rang out with crying dragons when he exploded all his energy through his powerful palm technique, punching towards Juan Singling. The rushing genuine chi surged from Zhang Yuochen's palms and turned into a gust of wind which set Juan Singling's robe rustling. Juan Singling nodded once again. His palm technique is powerful and ingenious indeed. It is remarkable that he had the ability to converge all his power into his palms. Boom! Juan Singling attacked faster than Zhang Yuochen. Just a shadow of her repelled Zhang Yuochen. Zhang Yuochen immediately released the second palm. The third palm. Bang! Bang! Zhang Yuochen attacked quickly and his continuous handprints were like sets of waves. Juan Singling stood still with one hand behind her back and withstood Zhang Yuochen's handprints with the other hand. Zhang Yuochen continuously unleashed more than 100 palms until his chi lake was running out of genuine chi. Then he stepped back immediately and stopped attacking. Juan Singling stared at Zhang Yuochen and said, "Your palm technique was so powerful and flawless." Zhang Yuochen's body was covered in sweat. He laughed. "This palm technique hasn't succeeded yet." "Hasn't succeeded?" Juan Singling was shocked and said, "I planned to guide you, but I find there is no need. I think your palm technique has reached the perfect realm." Zhang Yuochen shook his head slightly and said, "I have already know the weakness." Again. After that, Zhang Yuochen released the fourth palm dragon shape and elephant shadow to attack Juan Singling. Be mindful, Juan Singling was a perfect training partner as she was a profound division warrior. He didn't stop until he ran out of energy. After sending Juan Singling away, Zhang Yuochen went back to the internal space of the time and space spine and ate half a kilo of spiritual brawn. His energy and genuine chi recovered quickly. Zhang Yuochen began to recall the weakness he found when he fought against Juan Singling and practiced again. The next day, he visited Black Number 1 and asked Duan Mook Singaling to fight him to practice his palm technique. The third day, the fourth day. On the fifth day, the fourth movement of the dragon and elephant Prajna palm was not yet successful, but Zhang Yuochen broke into the Black Realm's advanced stage. It was normal for him to break through to a realm at such a high speed. After all, he had the time and space spine, and his practicing time was 3 times as much as other warriors. Also, he ate 24 kilograms of spiritual brawn. That was to say, reaching the Black Realm's advanced stage was simply a matter of course.